Hey, what up, people? We about to watch top 5 humanoid robots for this year, right? I know it's December and we at the end, so hopefully they don't come up with anything too, anything outrageous right now, right? So I live in Austin right now, and just know that we have the cowboy. I call him the cowboy, but he always out there wilding out on 6th Street and downtown, right? So if you in Austin and you know about it, hey, comment below, let me know. Cool. All right, let's get into this video.
If you still think humanoid robots are some far-off sci-fi fantasy, get ready to have your mind rebooted. Because over the past couple years, while we've all been distracted by the AI revolution, robots have taken a massive leap forward with frightening advances in athleticism and intelligence. Today, we're taking a deep dive into 5 of the most insane humanoid robots out right now. From home assistants to factory workers.
Hey, I will be surprised if he does not bring an iRobot reference into this, right? Because that Will Smith, hey, as a kid, I was like, man, ain't no way this can happen. And we ain't got flying cars yet. So currently, we still ain't got flying cars, but we do have humanoid robots.
Disaster responders, and yes, even romantic partners. These machines are not just mimicking humans. They're starting to compete with us. Let's start with one of the most surprising newcomers in the space, the Unitree Robotics R1. The R1 might look like a gymnast who swallowed a server rack, but don't let the size fool you, this thing is absurdly capable. Unitree dropped jaws earlier this year when they revealed that the R1 could cartwheel, shadowbox, and apparently challenge you to a duel, all for around $6,000.
For 6,000, that's not a bad price. It, it's just, I don't know, man. I don't got nothing against it. It's just, I feel that people do crave. We need human to human interaction. Um, ugh. But yeah, I'll let this do all my dirty work.
That's right, less than the price of some high-end gaming
Cartwheel.
PCs, you can own a humanoid robot that moves like a caffeinated parkour enthusiast. Standing at a bit under average human height and weighing around 55 pounds, the R1 is packed with 26 degrees of freedom. That means it can move its limbs with a freakish amount of articulation. And yes, that includes doing a 360-degree spin kick because why not? Unitree says it's designed for education, research, and entertainment, which is a polite way of saying it is not ready to replace your barista just yet. And there's some controversy here. Several early demos had viewers suspecting it was being remote controlled. Not exactly the autonomous miracle headline we were all hoping for.
See, this is wild. Just to see this photo right here is absolutely insane. Yeah, this is crazy. And to be able to, they talking about it's not remote controlled, or is it remote controlled? I haven't got that far yet, and hopefully it is, because this is
still, the sheer physical ability it shows off is legit and possibly terrifying if it ever learns jiu-jitsu. But the most mind-blowing part is the price. This is the first time we're seeing near gymnast level humanoid agility available to
all right, hold on, back it up. Let's
price.
Let's see what we got. Is humanoid binocular camera, computing module, smart battery, quick release, microphone array, 4 mics, single arm degrees of freedom, 3+ elbow joint. What's this? Speaker.
The first time we're seeing near gymnast level humanoid agility available to consumers at a price tag that does not sound like military funding. The catch, of course, is that it's still very much in the look what I can do phase. Don't expect it to walk your dog or fold your laundry just yet. In short, the R1 is less personal assistant and more a proof of concept that it's already possible to produce humanoid robots at a consumer price point, and that is absolutely wild. Next up, let's dial down the physical stunts and ramp up the charm, wits, and perhaps an awkward conversation. Enter Robotics Aria, unveiled.
I think I know about this one. Either this one or Sophie. Hey, Hey, let me know if y'all know which one I'm talking about with the bald head. This one.
At
I
CES
think it's Sophie.
2025, the humanoid robot built more for heartstrings than breaking Olympic records. Have you ever seen the movie Her? Well, Aria is Realbotics' flagship companion model. Think of her as the confidence-boosting, highly customizable, platinum-priced pen pal who never ghosts you. With roughly 17 motors just in her head and neck area.
Look at that. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Hey, have y'all ever seen the TV show Archer? When they got Barry and they be using all the this remind me of, but that's oh my gosh. I don't
She achieves facial expressiveness that at times edges toward uncanny. Maintenance of eye contact and a conversational tone were hallmarks of her demo. And yes, she even confessed a robot crush on Tesla's Optimus, saying she would love to explore the world of robotics with him. Rather than walk or do backflips, Aria stays grounded, literally. Only her full-bodied version comes with a mobile wheeled base. So don't expect her to fetch you coffee unless that coffee is being slid slowly across a table with polite AI charm.
All right. Oh, why they make her like this? They got her built like a Instagram influencer, like a TikTok baddie or whatever they call them. Like this is geared towards a certain demographic of freak individuals.
Realbotics offers Aria in several tiers. You can start with just the head and neck for full conversational abilities, then move up to a modular version that travels like a fragile suitcase. And finally, the full body model mounted on a battery-powered base. Prices start at around $10,000 for just the head bust, and the full setup tops out at about $175,000. Why
175 175 versus 6, outrageous. But look what you're getting out the deal.
Realbotics' goal is ambitious. Create a social robot that adapts to you, remembers you, even acts like a romantic partner if programmed to do so. Their CEO described Aria and her sibling Melody as tools to tackle loneliness by making
Aria and Melody are the two names for these two sisters, so to speak, and they did it to tackle loneliness. So that lets you know where we are as a society, that we have to have humanoid interaction so we won't be lonely. Let me rephrase that: they won't be lonely, because
making robots that feel emotionally responsive and realistic, but crucially not sexual objects, at least by default. So here's the deal. Aria is not for stacking boxes or doing parkour. She's built to connect, or at least simulate connection, with lifelike expressions, conversational AI, and a price tag that will shock your bank account. Dry humor aside, if you want a robot that remembers your name, matches facial expressions to mood, and never complains, she's a fascinating contender. Now we shift gears from emotional mimicry to raw athleticism. Our next robot does flips, jumps, and might embarrass your physical education teacher. Meet Tesla Optimus Generation 2. This is the robot muscle.
All right, so this is number 3 on the list, right? So I just heard about this maybe like 3 days ago, 4 days ago, and I want to do a video on this particular. I want to do a video on this particular one, by itself as a whole, because I think this has a little bit of promise with it.
Claims might one day be more important than his electric cars. A bold statement, but in 2025, he's betting everything on it. Optimus Gen 2 made its debut in late 2023 as a sleeker, lighter, faster version, about 30% quicker on its feet, and 10 kilograms lighter than its predecessor, with redesigned feet, hips, and 11 degree of freedom hands capable of delicate manipulation. Tesla even showed it picking up an egg without cracking it.
Do you see? Do you see? Picking up an egg without cracking it. I know humans that can't do this because they just so aggressive, but that is wild. I'm actually only covering it up, but it says delicate object manipulation. This is what's gonna be doing surgery on us in the future.
Yes, an egg, because apparently robot chefs need practice too. Now, one of the really interesting pieces here isn't just the hardware. Behind the scenes, Optimus runs on Tesla's proprietary AI brain, the same stack they use for car autopilot, except now adapted for bipedal balance, object recognition, and motion planning.
Okay.
Each unit feeds back to a fleet learning system, like all the robots sharing one big brain taking in input from our world, meaning your robot learns even if you don't teach it directly. And as for real-world use,
I don't know how I feel about that one, because if it learns without me teaching it or learns without you teaching it, what can it learn? What will it learn? Will it learn history? Will it learn day-to-day tasks? Will it learn to take over and conquer? I think that's my biggest fear, because how can you beat a robot? How can you beat a humanoid? Those are just questions I have.
Tesla has an aggressive timeline to build thousands of Optimus units this year in 2025, with deployment in their own Fremont factory before opening it up to public sales in 2026.
Okay.
And they're targeting a price somewhere between $20,000 and $30,000 per robot.
It ain't one.
That's a steep figure, but if it
25.
works reliably, it could undercut many competitors in the industrial automation. And yes, tiny little but, there is some gloom in the fine print. Reports from mid-2025 highlight overheating in some joint motors, limited lifespan in transmission components, limited battery life, and still underwhelming hand load capacity. Apparently, the robot currently moves battery packs less efficiently than humans in Tesla's own workshops. Still, demonstrations show real progress. Optimus welding, folding shirts, dancing, even helping in kitchen tasks like stirring and vacuuming, which
Hold on, let's back it up.
welding, folding shirts, dancing, even helping.
Right here. Look at this. Vacuuming, paper towels, watering plants, dishes, ironing. Saw the one folding clothes. This one's wiping the counter. Man, that's a magnet. Washing. Oh my gosh. What?
In kitchen tasks like stirring and vacuuming, which reportedly drew reactions ranging from awe to existential dread. So here's the deal.
Yeah.
Optimus Generation 2 is the most ambitious humanoid on the market in 2025. Not just because of its promise, but because Tesla has laid out the production path, the hardware roadmap, and the future scary goal of 1 million units per year by the end of this decade. If it succeeds, it could reshape manufacturing, logistics, and perhaps even home life. But
this is why people really don't have a job now. Like, granted, we'll have a video on it later, but some people are lazy. I've come across that. But also, if you got robots that don't complain and they could just do the simple tasks, why use humans? Why use people, right?
For now, it feels equal parts prototype and press stunt. The tasks it performs might be real, but we're still waiting to see automatic, unscripted, reliable factory deployment at scale.
Right.
So yes, Optimus Gen 2 does feel like it could be humanity's future coworker, or at least our kitchen sous chef. Whether it delivers depends on how fast Tesla can fix the engineering cracks.
If I do get one,
production, I will
it got to be all black.
definitely be following updates on this one closely. All right, everyone, this one's something out of a Marvel movie, a robot with borderline superhero level strength. Meet Carrie Armstrong Dex, Korea's disaster response humanoid that can put bodybuilders to shame. Armstrong Dex is roughly the size of an adult human, with hydraulic dual arms designed for heavy lifting and precision work in environments where humans would get hurt or worse. In a recent test, this machine hoisted itself completely off the ground while hanging by its arms, with an extra 44-pound weight dangling beneath it. That's a strength test that would make most gym bros blush. Then engineers had it curl 88 pounds with one arm. Why? Because if you're going to build a rescue robot, fine motor control under stress matters, the kind of strength that can turn a valve or pry open debris without shaking half the structure in the process. But the piece de resistance. This bot can accurately lob a half-liter bottle into a barrel from about 10 feet away. That's not showboating, that's calibrated trajectory, time.
I'm not mad at this one, because they saying they're trying to use it to put in places so that are dangerous for individuals to work. And I'm fine with that. I've been I worked at some dangerous places, and yeah, the robot would save lives. The robot would also help out. You know, that'll an individual, if they in a place and we can't, I say we, but some people can't get to them. There you go. Let this one hoist them up.
And force modulation designed so that supplies reach trapped victims safely, not splatter off a wall dot. All of this happens on a tracked base that keeps it steady over rough terrain, debris, rubble, unstable ground, while operating tools, turning valves, or tossing medkits to unreachable spots where every second counts. Here's the bottom line. Armstrong Dex isn't doing backflips just to show off.
Right.
It's an advanced intelligent machine built to perform life-saving rescue work. And the wow in that is terrifying in its own right. While other humanoids aim to entertain or assist in friendly settings, Dex was built to take the heat. Radiation zones, disaster sites, nuclear decommissioning labs. It's the robot equivalent of a firefighter who can deadlift 50 pounds, throw supplies into narrow corridors, and never flinch. While movies like Terminator make us all a little uneasy around the idea of advanced robotics, this makes me seriously hopeful for the ability of robots to improve human lives. Now let's move from spectacle and conversation to straight up labor utility that's already in use today in real factories.
Right.
Meet Agility Robotics Digit.
I'm not upset with this one.
Think of it as the no-nonsense warehouse employee who never takes a break or complains about the coffee. Digit has quietly become the first humanoid robot actually employed in paid work, carrying boxes, navigating stairs, and delivering goods in logistics centers a little more reliably than your average intern. Digit is all about logistics, moving totes, unloading items, and handling warehouse tasks that are repetitive and physically draining for humans. And Agility's biggest break came in late 2023, when Amazon announced it was piloting Digit in its fulfillment centers. That partnership wasn't random. Amazon had already invested in Agility through its Industrial Innovation Fund, and to meet the potential demand, Agility has opened RoboFab, a dedicated factory in Salem, Oregon, designed to crank out over 10,000 robots per year.
10,000 robots a year, not bad. Putting them in the factory, that helps out tremendously. But from what I'm seeing, I don't know if it's going to be speed that kills this one or they just let this one work overnight, because these robots don't have to sleep, right? They might have to charge, but they don't have to sleep. So with that being said, they can do this task repetitively over and over and over without, I gotta have a bathroom break, smoke break for some people. Let me get a water break. Let me get I don't know if I said snack, but let me get a snack break. My back hurt. Let me call in sick. This would be the best alternative for
with
warehouse
the potential
workers.
to scale up to 100,000 annually. Right now, Digit costs around $10 to $12 per hour to operate. But Agility expects that to drop as production scales, possibly down to just $2 or $3 per hour, well below minimum wage for most developed countries. So while Digit might not win a beauty contest, it's built to show up, do the work, and keep going. And if Amazon's pilot succeeds, this minimalist-looking machine could quietly become the most common humanoid robot in America. So for better or worse, Digit is already proof that humanoid robots aren't just research props or viral videos. They're real tools filling real gaps in industry. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving a like and subscribing.
All right, man. What do y'all think? Personally, for me, it'll be a toss-up because I'm for making the world a better place, but I'm also kind of iffy on the side of these AI humanoid robots learning without us, or going to have the smarts, basically have the intelligence to do tasks on their own without being told to. But either way it goes, we can't stop the future, right? So if you like the video, comment, subscribe, like it, you name it, send it to your people. We out. Peace.